Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. A man is in custody following a standoff with police at Coal Point. Officers from the Tactical Response Group surrounded a home on Coal Point Road at about 3 this morning, where it's alleged the man was refusing to come out. It's understood the man was wanted over a previous incident elsewhere. The man was taken into custody without incident just after 5:30. Federal Labor has increased its grip on the Hunter following Saturday's election. In the marginal electorate of Hunter, Labor incumbent Dan Rippercolli leads with about 44% of the primary vote. The National's Sue Gilroy looks to have lost ground to One Nation Stuart Bonds, with only about 2,000 votes separating them. In the Hunter's other key marginal seat of Patterson, Labor's Meryl Swanson increased her margin with a two-party preferred swing of just over 4%, while in Shortland, Labor's Pat Conroy retained the seat with a two-party preferred swing of more than 5%. And Sharon Clayton was safely returned in Newcastle ahead of the Greens and the Liberals. Elsewhere, the Nationals retained the seat of Lyne, with Alison Penfold taking over from the now-retired David Gillespie, despite a 3% swing against her. Maverick Nationals MP Barnaby Joyce has retained the seat of New England, which takes in part of the Upper Hunter with an increased majority, and has vowed to continue campaigning for nuclear power in the region. He doesn't expect his prostate cancer diagnosis to have a significant impact on his role, saying he kept the diagnosis private leading up to the election so as not to distract from the campaign. He's undergoing surgery today to treat the cancer. Barnaby Joyce has told the ABC a precautionary antigen test on the advice of his GP led to an early diagnosis, and he's confident about the outcome.
I'll have a couple of days in hospital, and I'm certainly going to take some time off, but not excessive, and then I'll go back to the office and start serving the people of New England and the Upper Under again. The only message I would say to all men is get yourself checked. I was lucky because I've got a very diligent general practitioner.
More than 1,000 people have turned out to highlight women's safety on the Fernley track at the weekend. There have been numerous safety incidents over the past year, including an alleged assault on a woman last month on the track. A community walk was held yesterday calling for improved safety on Newcastle walkways. Organisers of the Taking Back Our Paths walk have also launched a petition for lights and CCTV cameras to be installed on the track to improve safety for everyone. Natural resources access regulators are stepping up water compliance checks with properties along the Hunter River to ensure an equitable division of water resources among towns, industry, farms and the environment. The regulator says adhering to the rules is important for managing resources and reducing the impacts of salinity in the Hunter River. Chief Executive Andrew Howe says they'll be making sure landholders are putting in accurate orders.
So all water users on the Hunter regulated river system, they must place an order with Water New South Wales before pumping. And it's fairly straightforward to do this. They can do this online via the Water New South Wales iWAD system, or they can do it manually via a Water New South Wales form. You can log straight into the Water New South Wales website and access those mechanisms.
University of Newcastle and HMRI researchers are collaborating with Asthma Australia to launch a new initiative reducing oral steroid side effects. The clinical trial being launched at John Hunter Hospital will aim to tackle steroid overuse in asthma care and will investigate long-term side effects. Professor Vanessa McDonald says the side effects can be wide-ranging.
Bruising of the skin, or it might be high blood pressure and cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis, mood disturbances like anxiety and depression, kidney disease.
To NURFM Sport.
The Jets have fought their way to a 1-1 draw with Melbourne victory in Rob Stanton's final match on the sideline for the club. A theme of the outgoing coach's time in charge has been giving young players time on the pitch, and it was 21-year-old Clayton Taylor who scored the equaliser for Newcastle. Stanton says developing players and staff is what he's most proud of from his time at the club.
That's been the highlight. Everyone wants to win. You get judged on wins and losses, but I'm going to judge myself on how I've made people better, how I can make myself better in the future.
The Knights have found their third win of the NRL season and snapped a 5-game losing streak with a 30-4 win over the Rabbitohs in Magic Round. Fletcher Sharp marked his 21st birthday with a hat-trick and credits Newcastle legend Andrew Johns for helping with his transition into the halves. Sharp says Johns reinforces the need for the youngster to play his natural game and back his instincts on the park. With the win, the Knights moved to 12th on the ladder ahead of 2 home games in a row. The Hunter Wildfires beat Sydney Uni 48-36 to stay atop of the Shute Shield ladder. Coach Scott Coleman says the match was the type of game his side would have lost last season, and they showed a lot of grit to stay in it. And Lambton Jaffers beat Cooks Hill 3-2 in the only NPL match of the weekend. Meanwhile, Charlestown Azzurri, Maitland and Newcastle Olympic each had wins in the NPLW. That's sport. I'm Will McGrath.
And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 16, 27, 29, 30, 34 and 43, and the supplementaries are 2 and 40. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.